I feel like there is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How about now? Much better. Yeah, I feel like there is a lot more space. A lot more space. Hey, back in the fourth row. Okay, well, let me turn you back up then. Oh, wait. How about now?
How about now?
How about when I don't mute you?
Oh, yeah. Hine matov manayin, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov manayin, shevet achiot gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Molly.
Shabbat Shalom, Liz.
I'm so excited to be on the Bima with you.
Same. You might think that Liz is up here to do the board welcome, but you would be wrong because Keith is going to come do the board welcome, and Liz, who is still on our board and does so many things, also recently started HUC Rabbinical School. Yay. And so we'll be helping out with services and some other things.
Especially while Rabbi Dusty is still with her little one.
As it turns out, Rabbi Dusty is still on leave. Yes.
Keith, would you welcome us before we put you to work as our shofar blower? Thank you. Let me unmute you so the people can hear you.
All right. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
My name is Keith Ketover. If we haven't met, I'm one of the board members here at TBT, and it's my pleasure to welcome you and say congratulations, Mazel Tov to the Gordon family for the upcoming bar or B Mitzvah, and to remind you that there's something going on in a couple weeks, like next weekish, Tuesday.
Yeah, Monday night, Tuesday.
Monday.
Over the next 10 days following that.
The high holidays are here, so lots of information. You should have got a mailer. There's lots of information in your newsletter, on the website. There's so much. It's amazing. You should get a call from one of us if you're a member as well, wishing you a happy holidays. So thank you. Come get me if you have any questions, and hopefully I'll help you answer them. And then all the other board members are going to come up and blow shofar at the beginning of
every service. Yeah, we don't do it just during Elul. All year round, our board members. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Keith, for being here to blow shofar for us. During the month of Elul, we listen to the shofar in preparation for those high holidays that are coming up. And if you want to join me on page 91 for the blessing for hearing that, we will. Yes? You're just curious what we're going to call?
Preview.
We will go ahead and read that.
Baruch atah Adonai shomea truah.
All right, you ready, Keith?
No.
Tekiah. Yasher koch. Yeah, that was just the one.
Yeah,
oh, you want to? We want to keep going. All right. Shevarim truah. Tekiah.
Yasher koch.
Thank you.
Whew.
All right. Now that we have done that, which cannot / should not / doesn't happen on Shabbat, we can start Shabbat. And we will do that on page 10 with the candle blessing. And I believe we are inviting up members of the Gordon family who know who they are for that candle blessing.
Yeah, Beth, Brian, Hannah, and Max. Come on up.
Thank you.
In case you don't know who you are. Candle blessing is on page 10.
And as they are working with the match, we'll read the English so that we all know what we're about to say in Hebrew. Source of blessing,
eternal our God, you fill the universe with majestic might, teaching us holiness through sacred obligations, giving us the mitzvah of bringing light on Shabbat. Oh, hold on, Beth.
No, you're good. You're good. Do you mind if I do this? Well, please keep going. Keep going.
Shanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu v'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
No, thank you so much. All right. Yasher koach to you all. Thank you. All right. And I could have saved myself a trip by just picking up this Kiddush cup. Before we honor the joy and sanctity of Shabbat, we like to think about what simchas, what joys are we bringing into this Shabbat with us? Are there things you're celebrating this week, like bar mitzvahs of Hannah Gordon, or other things? Joys? Simchas? Birthdays, anniversaries.
Tomorrow.
That makes a lot of sense. Happy birthday to Hannah. Other ones?
Yeah, he did.
Eli turned 1 this week. Birthday of little
So
ones
cute.
is for sure a simcha. All right. With those and other simchas in our hearts, we find the words for Kiddush on page 12, and we join together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'tanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
L'chaim
L'chaim.
and Shabbat.
It's
a good toast.
Shabbat. True.
All right. Having initiated Shabbat, we do some of our traditional prayers, including on page 20, Shalom Alechem, welcoming in the 2 angels that join us for Shabbat.
Shalom Alechem, Malchei Hasharet, Malachei Hayamim, Melech Malchei Hamachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Alechem, Malchei Hasharet, Malachei Hayamim, Melech Malchei Hamachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Hayamim.
on the heels of those two angels is the Shabbat bride herself. We tell two overlapping stories. We tell the story of the king in the field during Elul. He is now nearly out of the field, very close to the city gates, since we're only a couple days away from Rosh Hashanah. But we talk of the king of the field, and that echoes this idea of the Shabbat bride walking down the hills to the city. And that is the image that we recreate when we, at the last verse of Lecha Dodi, rise and bow towards the door as that Sabbath bride enters. We can find the words of Lecha Dodi on page 22, and we are singing straight down the page, because it's 1, 2, 5, 9.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Lecha Dodi kakala, ene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi kakala, ene Shabbat nekabela. Shamu v'zachor b'diborech hishmiyanu. Echa meyachad ha'yachad u'shmo echad. Shemo tiferet ve'tfila. Lecha Dodi kakala, ene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi kakala, ene Shabbat nekabela. Mikra Shabbat lechu v'lechakiki lecho. Haberecha merosh mikerem ne'ezucha. Sof ma'aseh b'mashal achila. Lecha Dodi kakala, ene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi kakala, ene Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri kiva ore, kumi ori uri shir daberi mevorarai alai chila. Lecha Dodi kakala, ene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi kakala, ene Shabbat nekabela. Oi v'shalom teret bala gam besimcha u'v'tzolat emunei am segula boi hara. Lecha Dodi kakala, ene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi kakala, ene Shabbat nekabela.
I invite you all to remain standing briefly and turn to page 26 for Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
Lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated. Our prayers cover a wide range of things, and to begin with, we start as big as it gets with the world, the universe, and all the beautiful changes that are part of that. Specifically, we will start with Roll into Dark, which is like Ma'ariv Arabim. So the words for that are kind of on 28, but we'll also be doing some English.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Hooray, yom v'layla, kolel hor mipnei choshech, kolel hor mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim.
Holy is twilight, the realm of in-between. And so our sages taught, pray in the moments when light and darkness touch. We are all twilight people, beyond categories and labels. May the sacred in-between of this evening suspend our certainties, soften our judgments, widen our vision. Let it illumine our way to the God who transcends all boundaries and definitions. Blessed are you, God of all, who brings on the twilight.
Amen.
Instead of the traditional prayer of Ahavat Olam on page 31, I invite you to join me in the English at the top. If you find joy in Torah,
you'll sit with the sages and drink their words, your soul refreshed like a tree by streams of water. Wisdom will follow you all the seasons of your life, celebration in the sunlight, consolation in the night. Your roots will grow deep, you'll anchor yourself in courage and hope. You'll savor and cherish the true work of your hands. Your passion for life will not wither or fade. They'll treasure the lessons you leave behind. Remember what you taught in word and deed, and those who come after you will honor your path.
we are going to invite up, right?
Mhm.
You want to?
Yeah.
Anna, do you want to come up and help us with Shema Ve'ahavta?
I mean, do you want to? And also, come on up.
I say, do
Yeah.
you want to? Your teacher and instructor says you probably want to. We find the words for Shema on page 32, and then we will continue on 34 after that.
Nestor thought I needed the extra large print book. I'll let you think about that one. You can use, if you would like, or you can use the one for people with good eyes. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam va'ed. V'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. יש כוח. Did you see that face she just gave me?
Reminded of that great love, we remind ourselves also of one of the greatest signs of it, which is our redemption and freedom from Egypt. We do that with the words of Micha Mocha on page 40. It is only very recently that sleep became a thing that a lot of people had access to good of. Because for a lot of our lives, sleep was the time when you were very much in danger, before there were doors with locks and other conveniences that allow us to lie down in safety. And we still remember that very real feeling of vulnerability. And so we ask every night, please, God, let us lie down in safety and let us wake up to life renewed. We find the words for Hashkivenu on page 42.
All right, before we start, a fun fact, the original words to Hashkivenu, word number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6 is Malkenu, which our regular Shabbat prayer book changed to Shomrenu, from Malkenu, our ruler, to Shomrenu, our protector. Dan Nichols, whose Hashkivenu we're going to sing, originally wrote it with Malkenu, and then we all had to readjust because the prayer book said Shomrenu. And then they published another prayer book after the Shabbat one that says Malkenu, which I can only assume is, actually I have no idea, but I'm going to suggest that it is
the effect of Dan Nichols on the world.
I was going to say because it's a seasonal prayer book to get us ready for Avinu Malkenu.
That makes more sense.
I mean, I don't know. So, if we can break our habit of Shomrenu and sing Malkenu, I know.
I believe in
Is
us.
it? Just, help us start thinking about those words of our high holy days coming up very soon.
we lie down in darkness, this day with its burdens passes away. Raise us up to the light of a new day. Change us with the season. Give us rest and renewal. Make us eager for the dawn. We find the words for our standing prayer, the Amidah, starting on page 48. I invite folks to rise in body or spirit. And we will begin by asking for the mere ability to pray with Adonai Sfatai.
Adonai Sfatai tiftach ufi ki tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei Bnechem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atara Le'Hoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechalchel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofech Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishanei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, Umido Meloch, Melech Lemit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah v'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yihalelucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
You may now take this time for silent prayer, either in your heart or with the words in the prayer book, and please be seated when you are done. We continue on page 70 with Shalom Rav. Yes, with Shalom Rav, which is a reflection on peace as the greatest gift from which so much else can spring. Because when we don't have peace, we often have other things that define our choices for us.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav
Misha Barak before or after I talk a bunch?
Go.
Let's do it before.
Great. Let's
All
do
right.
it before.
We turn our thoughts now to those in our community who are in need of healing of mind, body, or spirit, and who need our comfort and support as they go through that healing. This week, as a community, we are particularly thinking of Jacqueline Tara Smith, Deborah Rose, Eileen Kreisman, Ronnie Haber, Ellen Gottlieb, Vanessa Bianco, Paul McCready, Glenn Letts, Carl Wilhite, Cindy Balin, Patty Newby, Joe Giordano, Janine Morris, Ron Louie, Sally Wildison, Marnie Good, Sylvia Angel, Marion Laird, Sheldon Robert, William Stangler, Lisa Bush, Patricia Barber, Kyle Asadorian, Paul Norris, Stephen Thrasher, Laura Halper, Bob Cook, Tora Knapp, Jason Gettler, Nina Schechter, Amanda Young, Susie Denmark, Caleb Chestner, Phil Gerson, Wyatt Curcio-Lahner, Tom Anderson, Mary Wilhite, Stephen Schuchman, Jennifer Stock, Roger Phelps, and Martin Goldstein. If there are other names you'd like to add, I invite you to put them in the chat or say them out loud. We join together on page 77 with the words of Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah Shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
If you didn't know, we're right about at the point of coming to a holiday. So I'm going to talk about that. As Jews, we move in time through two sort of paths. There's the linear path that the whole world shares, where time is sort of in sequence going from start to finish. And we also have a cyclical path where days and weeks and months and years turn in on themselves and cycle back around, so that we find ourselves again and again at the same time a year further along in the linear stream. This cyclical model of time returns us to seasons and events with different experiences and perspectives. And as Jews, we decorate moments throughout the year with rituals that help us structure and make sense of our lives and the world. And when we look at Jewish holidays, we see that they often have a lot of layers, but at least three, I would say. There's a layer of the cycle of the earth and its seasons. There's a human and personal element. And then there is the story of our people, our communal history. At Sukkot, for example, It's the earth story of praying for rain after the harvest ends, hoping for another year of the natural cycle that sustains us. It's the collective story of our wandering in the desert, living on miracles, and it's a time when we personally reflect on the seasons of our lives. None of these, but certainly not our individual experiences and the communal story that we tell, are neutral recitations of fact. We don't want them to be. We make our stories instructive because we want to shape ourselves through our memories. The memories are important, but they are important primarily because of what we make of ourselves through them. It is through the power of memory and storytelling that we organize and make meaning of our lives, which means that we must do so with great care. As intellectual and theologian Miroslav Volf notes, it's possible to draw divergent, even conflicting lessons from the same experience of mistreatment. We are not just shaped by memories, we ourselves shape the memories that shape us. Take, for example, our time in Egypt. There's a version of remembering slavery that turns us bitter, that says we were slaves in Egypt, so screw everyone else, we're taking care of ourselves. But that isn't what we do. We say we were slaves in Egypt, so we know that we must live in opposition to slavery. We must not only live free ourselves, but fight for the freedom of others. Rabbi Shai Held puts it very clearly when he says, memory can be redemptive, but it can also be toxic. We all carry wounds, experiences of abuse or deprivation or vulnerability. He says, if we do not work to heal them, and for many of us, that can be the task of a lifetime, then the bruises we bear can render us heedless of other people's pain. After all, we're so busy with our own. In more extreme cases, he says, these bruises can make us hungry for revenge or lead us, consciously or not, to inflict unspeakable harm on innocent people. At best, we choose to shape the impact that our memories have on us. At worst, we are unaware of that impact, and we find ourselves swept up in a flurry of wounds and feelings. And the work of this season is the work of our lives, which is deepening and growth and seeing ourselves, seeing our collective and individual memories and the stories that we tell about them, looking at where they have become toxic, where our wounds have not healed the way that we would want for ourselves. This is not about atonement as shame and penitence or self-recrimination. It's about looking unflinching at the truth of who we are and accepting that all parts of us are parts of us. Seeing ourselves with anava, which is often translated as humility, but it's not the currently popular idea of humility as thinking that we're nothing. It is instead seeing ourselves with our gifts and our fallibility, seeing that we are B'Tselem Elohim, made in the image of God, and knowing that we can be incredibly powerful in our life. That takes a kind of courage when our wounds and the memories of them tells us so loudly that we are hurt and battered and helpless. In fact, as poet Marianne Williamson writes, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about you shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And when we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. It is, as I said, really heady stuff to think of ourselves that way. As Rabbi Alan Liu writes about this time of year, Every day of our lives is fraught with meaning and dread, not just the 10 days of Teshuvah. Everything we do, every intention that we form, always ripples out from the center of our being to the end of time. And clearly, we will not always get it right. That is the assumption built into the season. Even if we could keep that awareness of the greatness in us and in every human being that we meet, it wouldn't be enough to help us choose right every time. Thus, we have, again, these built-in moments in the year where we pause, where we bring things into a sense of order, and where we check ourselves. It's a time to reflect and ask, how is the story of my life fitting into the story of my family, my community, my tradition? What are things from that tradition that are echoing in my life? What are things that are causing new things from my own choices? What is the way that our healing can bring healing to others? Because this is not just a season of looking at our wrongs, but looking at all the ways that we can go right. And as we head into these 10 high holy days, these days of awe, my hope is that we all take a moment to think about those stories and think about the wounds that we have accumulated this year and the ways that they have affected our perception of ourself. And think about who we want to be and how we want to see ourselves heading into a new year. Shabbat Shalom and Shana Tova. With that, we like to remind ourselves right at the end of the service that everything depends on us.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, it's easy. Just fix the world, right? So I'm going to invite everyone to turn to page 78. We're going to do the one at the top. One at the top, 78, Rise If Able, for Elenu. And then we'll continue on the very next page for Vinay Emar.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo samchelkenu lahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu V'ne'emar V'haya Adonai Lemelech Al Kol Haaretz Bayom Hahu Yeh Adonai Echad U'Shemo Ushemo echad.
You may be seated. This time in the service, we think of those who have departed from our lives and who are part of us only as a memory and a blessing. This Shabbat, as a community, we are in the Shloshim, the most recent 30 days of mourning. Hans Well, husband of Sharon Well, Rabbi Arlene Schuster, mother of Brian Schuster and mother-in-law of Carol Schuster, Thelma Block, congregant, and Mitzi Kodish, wife of Randy Hyde. We are also remembering the Yartzites, the anniversary of the death of Horst Becker, Irving Bilms, Ruth Pasternak, Leon Bardsley, Joseph Brody, Larry Elovich, Joe Hendrickson, Claire Carty, Nancy May Stubbs Tsu, Madeline Kaplan, Ryan Sinkoff, Morris Brashen, and Sora Sorokin. If there are other names, I invite you to put them in chat or share them out loud. we join together on page 86 in the words of Mourner's Kaddish, and I invite folks to rise in solidarity with our mourners. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah Be'alma divrach hirotei v'yamlich malchutei V'chayachon u'vyom echon U'chaye dekol Beit Yisrael Ba'gala u'bizman kariv v'imru Amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekusha b'richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'imru Amen Yehei shlaba rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen Oseh shalom b'rumav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru Amen. You may be seated. Good one. And we're going to turn to page 74 and close with Oseh Shalom, because we can always use just a little more peace. 74 for Oseh Shalom.
This one's easy because you just get to repeat after me.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Me too. Oseh Shalom, Oseh Shalom.
Ethan, we got Motzi going on. Harmony, we got Motzi. You're running out of time. Motzi train's leaving the station. You want to come help? I know I'm real scary looking. She sure is, you're right. All right, can you do me a favor and gently take the top of that? I won't say rip it off. Thank you very much. And can you do me a favor and put your little hand right there? Perfect. All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tehavon. How about one of you pull some of that off? I don't know that you should be holding this one. It's a pretty heavy platter. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Please join us for the oneg.
Where is the oneg? Oh, there it is.
The oneg's this way. Come back tomorrow afternoon for...
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Hannah
Kayla, thank you so much. We're going to take the... Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kayla. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
I got it. Thank you.
In addition to our Shabbat morning service tomorrow, Hannah's becoming a B-mitzvah at 2:30. You are all invited. And then on Sunday... in addition to our final Elul class at 4 p.m., we're going to be doing the funeral for Mitzi at 11 a.m. at Bikur Holam at the cemetery, and then we have a Shiva here at 7 p.m. on Sunday. So if you're able to make either of those things, I know it would mean a lot to Randy. And then come back again the next day for Rosh Hashanah.
Just keep coming back every day for the next several days. And please come up here and get a bit of challah as you're headed out.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you all.